Right, as security threats increase and diversify right across the globe, new defences and strategies become increasingly essential. Everbridge is a global mass notification software which automates the delivery of critical information to help keep people safe and businesses running. So how significant is this platform? Well, during mission-critical business events or natural disasters, more than 3,000 global customers rely on the Everbridge platform to construct and deliver contextual notifications. Everbridge sent more than 1 billion messages in 2015. It was the solution used in the Dallas shootings, the Boston bombings, and the Sony network hack, to name but a few. The global notification software can reach more than 200 countries and territories. Well, I spoke to Jaime Ellertson, who is the global CEO of Everbridge, and he started by telling me about who the clients are.
Our customers include everything from the Metropolitan Police to the guys in St. Thomas or the Southwest Ambulance Trust. In the U.S., 8 of the 10 top U.S. cities, 24 of the top 25 airports, and 8 of the 10 largest investment banks. And our customers use us in natural disasters like hurricanes, flooding, or tornadoes, or man-made things like acts of terrorism.
So talk me through what happens if there is a terror threat, or if there's a natural disaster or fear of one. What is it that you do? Sure.
So in a critical event, in a major emergency, you could certainly use an email or try to place phone calls, but there's no assurance that you'll get through. Our solution provides the ability to provide multimodalities. In other words, emails, SMS, a phone call, a pager, even digital highway signage, to make sure that in 15 different languages, over 100 modalities, you can keep prosecuting those messages until the right person gets the right information at the right time, at the right place.
So you send the same message across many platforms?
Many platforms, often with a time interval in between, so that when you receive it and confirm that you're safe or you need assistance, we stop.
So how is it that you get the addresses to send them to?
So government agencies for citizens will provide those addresses. If you have capability to do what we in the States would call a 911 service, but an emergency service, they'll have your information, so they'll start there. And then often an opt-in. For instance, in the Square Mile, where we have most of the businesses in London, they opt into the system and provide that information, so the Met Police can provide them updates when an act of terrorism or just a natural event disrupts business.
And your clients, of course, are large organizations.
Organizations, corporations, many of the leading banks will use us just to communicate with employees worldwide, or even to track employees around the world and make sure when there is an event, they know who's where and whom is affected, so they can confirm and communicate to those people.
It sounds very sensible, but perhaps you could give me an example as to where it's worked best.
Sure. In a significant event, and we end up in a lot of news because those events have been accelerating as of late. The Boston Marathon bombing, we were used 10 seconds after the first explosion went off by police to set up the command centers, and then a week later by the head of detectives to literally circle the houses on a mobile device and tell people when literally 10 armed SWAT guards were coming in to search for the Boston Marathon bombers. At the same time, local hospitals used it to communicate to doctors and nurses and bring them back into the hospital because a shift change had just happened, and they needed the right people in the emergency room to take care of all the wounded. And ultimately, companies used it to communicate to their employees, many of whom were running in the race, and to understand, are you okay?